Hello again, it's finally here, National Poetry Day. So, I've got another poem for you to share from my Four Seasons book series. This time we're going right back to the beginning. We've got The Leaves of Autumn. So this was my first book, and just while I'm on it, a little bit of a trick for young publishers. On my first book, there's two different formats you can go with. You can either go with matte printing or gloss printing for the covers, this is. And with my first book, I went with matte printing. And I printed quite a lot of these books, and I've got quite a few of them left still. So one of the things about matte printing is you'll find with a lot of books that are printed in matte, if they're stored in the shops, for example, you find if you look at the back, their covers actually begin to run. The ink on the covers begins to run, and they get a bit smudgy and blurry, which isn't always so good. But a lot of books in the shop are actually like that. So my next books I printed in gloss, which meant that the covers didn't run because they're kind of a bit more protected. I think there's a sort of protective seal over them or something. Makes them a bit more shiny as well, and yeah, they're not. It means the ink doesn't run on the back. However, yeah. So another thing with publishing is you find the more of a book that you print, the less it costs per book to print. So if you print, say, 200. It might cost $8 or $7 per book, whereas you print 80 of them or 50 of them, say, you might end up paying $12 or $13 a book, depending on, again, which printer you go to. Yeah, I printed 200 of these and 80 of these, but these ones were a different printer, and they ended up costing more per book than these ones at 80. Whereas if I'd printed 200 of these at this publisher, this printer, it would have cost a lot cheaper than this, and a lot cheaper than the amount that I paid for 80. If that makes sense. I'm gabbling a bit. Anyway, poem for New Zealand Poetry Day. This one's called The Dull Truth. From April 2003. Sometimes the truth offends people, those who live their lives as dolls, made up plastic. The truth breaks them down. They cry and their plastic melts like the Wicked Witch of the West. Despite her wickedness, we feel sorry for her. Their covers are not their own. They have accumulated them over a lifetime of being plunged into a world where they are needed for a while. But now it's breaking down, and all makeup must be de-donged, except for theatrical purposes. Let you ponder that one for a while. So once again, I've got my Four Seasons. I've got Leaves of Autumn, In the Dead of Winter, The Birth of Spring, and In the Heat of Summer. There's quite a few of these left, only 5 of these left, and enough of the others left as well. So get in quick. Yeah, $20 for one, 2 for $35, 3 for $50, 4 for $60. They make great gifts, particularly if you know someone who likes poetry. Christmas is coming up, not so far away now. And Aspiration is my 5th book. This is a bit more for a general audience, a bit more family orientated. It's the poems my mum likes out of the Four Seasons series, whereas the Four Seasons series does have some poems that are a bit more adult in content. But mostly they're for a general audience, but there are the occasional poem that is a bit more adult in content. So just be wary of that. Whereas Aspiration is for a general audience. Alright, now that's $25 or $20 if you've got all 4 of these. Okay, happy Poetry Day. I'm going to head on along to some events today. I'm going to head on to hopefully try and get to Chalking, which I think is in Mount Eden, although I have to check on that. And I'm also going to go to Flock tonight, which is at Gundry Old Folks Association Hall in Gundry Street off K Road. Looking forward to that. Know quite a few people involved in that, so yeah. Okay, get ye along.